Foundations of Amateur Radio. This technology-driven community of radio enthusiasts makes me laugh on occasion. Today I had to laugh when I realized that we spend an awful lot of time talking about antennas and radios and feed lines and impedance and propagation and electronics and a whole lot of subject in between and around that. It struck me that one conversation that we don't have is the one about microphones. Specifically, how to actually use one. I've been around hundreds of radio amateurs, seen them speak into their microphone, witnessed them standing at a lectern presenting their latest project, observed them attempting to rally the troops during a HAMfest by yelling into a microphone, and heard them on air. I came to the realization that despite our familiarity with the technology, by and large, the amateurs I observed are no better than the general public when it comes to using a microphone. Actually, I think as a community we're worse, because we won't be told how to do it. So I'm going to tell you. You can switch me off, or in the secrecy of your own shack, stick around and see if there's something to learn. I'm coming at this from a background in broadcasting. I've conducted some 1,800 interviews in my time, have spoken in public, on air, and in myriad different environments, including large event venues and sports arenas. I won't say I've seen it all, but I've seen my fair share of how it's done, what it sounds like, and what doesn't work. The very first thing to note is that yelling into a microphone will make it worse. Let me say that again. Don't ever yell into a microphone. The second thing to note is that you should keep the distance between your mouth and the microphone as static as possible. A good rule of thumb is to clench your fist and put it between your chin and the microphone. That's the distance that you should start with. Some microphones need you closer, others need you further away. Eating your microphone is only for very experienced operators in specific environments, since everything your mouth does will be captured. A microphone is in essence a device that converts movement into electricity. This sounds obvious, but it means that waving the microphone around is also movement. The cable that's attached to the microphone moves and makes sound. The desk on which the microphone is placed moves when you touch it. That's sound. Anything you can hear with your ears, and much that you cannot, will be captured by the microphone. Not all microphones are equal. The ideal microphone converts all frequencies equally well, but this isn't actually possible, so some frequencies are better captured than other frequencies. This means that your voice will not actually be captured in exactly the same way as it comes out of your mouth. Speaking of which, what you hear from a recording of your voice often sounds wrong. This is because the sound that's coming from inside your mouth is also travelling inside your head, and your ears pick it up from the inside as well as from the outside. Listening to a recording of your voice doesn't echo inside your head. On an FM repeater, if your signal is captured by the repeater, the volume is not due to your antenna, it's due to your microphone. So make sure you set the microphone gain appropriately, and when people tell you that you sound soft, fix the gain. Microphones will pick up breathing and the sounds your lips make when you smack them together, and when you say the letter P, as in pa-pa. The best way to deal with this sound is to learn not to make it. In the meantime, you can speak across the microphone rather than directly at it. This means that you should keep the same distance but tilt the microphone slightly. Speaking into a lectern microphone, a radio microphone, or a handheld all follow exactly the same principles. If you get the opportunity to hear yourself via headphones while speaking into a microphone, use it to listen to what exactly is captured. You'll get distracted by how your voice sounds, but have a listen to the smacking and the breathing and the popping of your voice. Final tip: if your voice gets tired from speaking and you run out of breath, you're doing it wrong. Touch your belly while talking. Don't press down, just touch it. You're aiming to use your whole body, feeling your gut participate in the speaking. Technically, what you're doing is making your diaphragm move, but that's hard to imagine. Touching your belly does the trick. No more excuses. When you get on air, make sure that the beginning of the link between you and the other station is fully functional. Start with getting the microphone right. I'm Onno, Victor Kilo 6, Foxtrot Lima Alpha Bravo.